Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations, a variety of conversations about psychological, social, and emotional issues. We do that as often as we can. We do that several times per week. We've got over 700 of these available now, and we continue to grow that paradigm. If you're looking to improve your attractability, for both friends and relationships, this is a good audio for you because a lot of what we're going to talk about here is the things not to do. And if you know what not to do, it's easier to know what to do when you're trying to connect with new people. And so, if you are looking for coaching in that area, would love to be of assistance to you in that way. Connecting with you is what I'm looking to do. And so there's a couple ways to do that. You can reach out through Twitter at PO Perception, or you can reach out here in the About Me section of this YouTube page. My website and other contact information is available for your use, and so you either get in touch with me or a member of my team and ultimately be able to connect with you in that way. In any event, if you are looking to get to a better place within your own life, this is a great audio for you. Knowing things that can turn people off that you may be doing but you don't intend to is there. The first is being publicly rude to other people, whether it's servers, gas station attendants, people in the store, people helping you to pick out something, just being or a desk clerk in a business. Being rude to other people is a sign that you expect your own way all of the time or most of the time, and ultimately you are not respectful of the contribution that the other person brings to the table, even if a person is completely inept. And I dealt with this yesterday. I had to make a phone call to a business, and the person that I was dealing with, the customer service agent, was completely underprepared and poorly trained. And I still maintained a professional demeanor because I didn't know how long they'd worked there. I didn't know how informed they were, and it wasn't their fault that they were uninformed. And even if it was, it didn't give me the right to treat them badly. So if you are the type of person to have anxiety when things go wrong, you might want to tell your prospective friend or prospective date about that so that they understand that you don't mean this as a personal affront. Skipping dates or skipping classes or skipping plans. Obviously, more than ever before in human history, people's plans change. And so, there's nothing wrong with needing to change plans, but clear communication in a timely fashion, which means giving as much notice as possible, preferably a few days, if at all possible. If not, then obviously, at least a few hours is essential to being respectful. People are so fearful of being ghosted, catfished, and otherwise disregarded and lied to that any sort of schedule alteration can make a person who is anxious have their mind go wild. The more honest and upfront you are, the easier it is to deal with how to reschedule and handle things in a new way and in a healthy manner. The next thing to consider is, are you overly critical? Now, criticism is helpful if someone asks for it and you know how to deliver it well. Always sandwich your criticism in what I call the 2-for-1 lead-in. 2-for-1 lead-in is 2 positive compliments sandwiched with 1 criticism. Preferably even a 3-for-1 can be helpful. So that is to say, always give more positive than you do negative, and keep in mind that critical language, if any, should be put forth as an idea. What if you did it this way versus you need to do it this way? The less your criticism sounds like an order, the more receptive a person is going to be to it. After all, they are their own individual. They have the freedom of choice. And so if you make your constructive criticism sound like choice, you're going to do much better than if you order someone around. You don't have that authority, and even if you do, using it very liberally is virtually never a good idea unless you're dealing with a child or someone who's in complete physical imminent danger. The next thing is cleanliness, and I'll put in with it, just to make my life easier, jealousy. So the reality is people are not possessions, and unfortunately we have seen the romanticization of possessiveness and jealousy and cleanliness in romantic comedies, and other movies. This ridiculous trend over the last 30 plus years has caused people to behave really ridiculously in relationships. Either the idea that you can only have eyes for one person, which is biologically inaccurate, or the idea that you should spend all your time with one person, which creates relationships of dependency and pressure. Now, obviously, each couple or each friendship is going to require different needs from both people. Communication about finding compromises in needs portfolios being met is important, and finding the balance between keeping self identity and building lasting friendships or romantic relationships is really kind of you know um, interesting. In any way, at some level, you kind of got to get to a place where um, you have to have your own self autonomy so that you feel comfortable. In and the last one is passive aggressiveness. Say what you mean and mean what you say. I had a mentor say that to me very early in my career in the entertainment industry as a teenager, and it really does apply. Now, obviously, you need to speak tactfully, and you obviously need to speak in a way that is clear, concise, and to the point, but at the same time, passive aggressive language or little digs that are meant with subcontext are really useless in terms of getting things accomplished. Be clear, concise, and to the point while being considerate of other people's emotions without losing yourself, and you will communicate well. Hopefully, this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.